Given alleged foreign interference in the 2019 and 2021 federal elections, are you concerned about the legitimacy of the results?
I guess I'm a pretty mid-road skeptic, so I always have concerns with respect to those types of things, but ultimately it is what it is, and I'm not sure that even if there weren't the situation even though it's alleged, would it really have made an impact on the results? Who's to say? It's hard to say, right? I'm not in that inner circle where I could really make a really educated guess on whether or not I think it's true or real.
I I don't think that interference would have had such an effect that it would have played a role in the legitimacy of the results. No.
If it's true, then we really need to get to the bottom of it, and people need to be held accountable, certainly. I think that we should be looking into it, definitely. And yeah, get to the bottom of it. Do that.
No, but I think there should be a public inquest into the Chinese interference. Because if it did happen, it might continue.
I think that, perhaps, but I don't think that that's really playing a big role in who was actually elected. So, yes, and I don't think it's been a concern so far. I think that perhaps the Conservatives are capitalizing on this because, hey, it's going to get some votes, right?
I'm concerned about the interference, for sure, and I think it does in some way circumvent our democratic system, and we need to nip it in the bud. There's no doubt about it.
That's in the past. I believe in just going forward. I suppose one has to figure out how that happened and make sure that it doesn't happen again, but I'd like to move forward.
Yeah, absolutely. It's absolutely important. The investigations need to be carried out so that everyone knows the truth. And once the truth is out there, I think it will make a good example moving forward.
Well, I think definitely that it's a cause of concern. And any type of foreign entity trying to interfere in our election is terrible. And I think the RCMP should look into that.
A little bit. Not too seriously, but yes, it could happen. I believe there is people trying to influence things, yes. But I don't think it's really bad yet. I just don't want it to get worse.
I don't know if it's really something I can be concerned about. I mean, I can cast a vote and have an opinion, but if my vote isn't the winning opinion, I just have to accept what it is, and what happens, happens. Can't be happy, can't be mad, but you just got to go with it.
If it really does happen, yes. And I'm too old to know whether it does or doesn't, right? But if it is interference, then I think that's not a good thing.
Not really. I think for the most part they were all above board. I'm sure there's some of the interference probably played a small part, but for the most part I think elections are legit.
No, I'm not concerned about the legitimacy of the results, but I am concerned about the process, and I think we need to tighten security around those types of activities, or certainly be more aware of them and cautious. I'm not sure how we can ever stop involvement in elections by people who want to pay other people or to infiltrate the process, but we should certainly reduce it as much as possible.
No. I think our, election officials, I trust that they're doing their job. It's worrisome that another country can interfere or try to interfere with our politics, our government. That is scary, right? But it's the way the times are. Because if China is doing it, who else? I don't think it's just one country. I think others countries are being nosy and wanting to get some influence in there.
I believe that we're never going to know the true results. I believe that, sometimes they feel that the public doesn't need to know certain things, but no, I don't believe we're going to see the whole picture. No.
Me either.
No.
To me, it just,
no.
China's got their nose into a lot of places that we're never going to know exactly what happens there or what's going on. But as for that, like she said, we're not going to get the whole picture on nothing when it comes to that deal. They tell you what you want to hear, but not what you really need to hear. You know what I mean?
Oh, I think there's our election was spot on. I think it's the way it was, and I don't think that any interference would make any difference in that. Because I don't think that they can. People have to vote.
I'm not concerned with the outcomes, but moving forward, I certainly am. There is a concern. You certainly do not want anybody to jeopardize our democracy, for sure. So yeah, it is a concern moving forward, and anything we can do to tighten up the rules and our protection to protect our democracy is I'm all for. So
I think we're fine. Countries, of course, have their spy ring. I mean, the U.S. has them, Canada has them, China has them. We got to live with that stuff, but I don't think that has any great effect on our election.